Hey guys, what's up? Grimace and Sam back with another video, and today we will have our conference championship. This is the first time we're making Sunbelt Conference Championship, so this means a lot to us coming into this season. We are 12-0 and 8-0 in our conference. We just beat App State 70-38. The game was actually a lot closer in the first half than what the score indicates. We had an amazing second half, boosted by Cam Gainwell and also Jaleel Rapogle, and of course Joseph Callaway, our guy. He's so hit or miss though, and so is Jaleel. It's fucking insane how they'll have one half where like they're the best fucking corners in the league, and then there's one half where they're fucking getting burnt by a 72 overall, 81 speed route running 5'7" white dude. Like it's fucking insane. But we do have our conference championship. We do get to sim into the next week. So yeah, we'll have our conference championship, and that will ultimately determine if we go to the college football playoffs, because a lot of teams are not taking us seriously, at least in terms of the college football playoffs. We are ranked number 8th, though. I would assume with one loss, especially this upcoming week in the conference championship, I would assume that would probably decrease us. Miami's going to win on Brian Draft. Okay. Well, we only got 13 4-stars. Arkansas is also going to take Tyree Abram. We weren't able to lock up Tyree Abram because he doesn't have a hard sell that we can really sell towards him. He had 2 Ds and a B on him. We weren't really able to go after him, which is not great, to be 100% fair about that. It does suck that we are going to lose out on him, but that's neither the here nor there. Miguel Quintana, I'm going to send 25 towards. Estrada, I'm going to send 25 towards as well. I'm going to send another 5 towards Ben Thorne and another 5 towards Nico Franco. We do have a lot of points to spend, so we can ultimately look at the rest of these guys, see if any of them are worth anything. I'm talking gems, not really that if they're just good or not. Nobody gems so far, by the way. That's kind of disappointing, to say the least. Benjamin Nicholson can get off the board. Ben Bravo can get off the board. Demarius Ogletree will hold for now. Enrique Alvarez can stay as well. RJ Doyle, also not very good, and standing only at 5'8", does not interest me in the slightest. Dominique Power, just not very good. So we do have a lot of open spots on our board currently at the moment. Just not a whole ton of guys going around that like really interest me, to be fair. We are going to probably look to add more guys to the board. So we'll go ahead and do that. So we are going to be looking at a lot of different linebackers here. Main reason is because they can get moved to different positions so easily. They can get moved to edge, they can get moved to safety, they can get moved to a ton of different spots and ultimately still be very good players at this point. I do like Larry Thomas, by the way, 6'3", 223. That's the perfect archetype for like an edge-ish guy. Little on the smaller side, but if we leave him at edge for a year, I feel like we should be able to increase his weight just a little bit, maybe 10 to 20 pounds. You know, these are 17 and 18-year-old guys that would be coming in that would be ultimately put into a weightlifting regiment, a nutrition regiment, you know, all these different things, especially with our program on the rise and probably more money coming in each and every single year. It would probably increase our budget and be able to increase and invest in some of these young guys. So I'm not too worried about it right now. But it does suck that we're going to lose out on Brian Draft and Tyree Abram. And then it does suck that we lost out on Bobby Thomas and Rashad Funk. But ultimately, it is what it is at this point. It does suck. It really does, losing out on those 4-stars. You know, if we would have gotten moving a little bit sooner on some of them, probably would have been able to get there. We would have lost out to Florida too, even if Miami wasn't in on Brian Draft, and then Tyree Abram does sign with Arkansas, which is unfortunate. It's also fucking stupid that they're allowed to schedule visits after week 13 and I can't. That's also something that's kind of fucking stupid, but that's not really the most important thing at this point. So yeah, just looking at the Sun Belt as a whole, yeah, I feel like a team like Appalachian State or Coastal Carolina, if they didn't have to run into us, could have had a better season. Could have probably made it in the other division. Georgia State as well. They've been pretty good over the last couple years, but ultimately South Bama does get it done, so we will be taking on them in our conference championship. Award watch list. I don't know if anybody would really be here. Elijah Lacey is apparently in the running for Player of the Year as an edge rusher, one of the highest rated defensive player there. We're in the running for Head Coach of the Year. Morris Moffett, top 10 quarterback in the college football landscape. Elijah Lacey, Kevin Breeze, and Alex Wooden looking really good. I don't know if Alex Wooden would really be there. I know his picks, sixes, give him a lot of credit, but those were both in one game. I wouldn't really say he's been one of the best defensive players. I think it would probably be Trey Quintoriano or potentially Joseph Callaway, in my opinion. But I can understand Lacey. Breeze, I don't know his stats off the top of my head, but I know he does have double-digit sacks. Callaway is in the running for the best corner. The best defense back. Elijah McDowell also there. I think Elijah McDowell has probably played pretty good. Frederick Foss, top 10 running back so far. Best receiver. Our guy isn't there. Kevin Breeze and Elijah Lacey in the running for Lombardi. Nobody for their best defensive end. It seems like Elijah Lacey is really going to clean up in that regard. Elijah Walton, one of the top 4 rated tight ends. Unfortunately, his overall doesn't depict it, so he probably won't be getting drafted. Both of our coordinators are in the running for Coordinator of the Year. Both our starting backers are top 7 at least. None of our offensive linemen are going to be because they're just not very good. They haven't played up to where we want them to, and our kicker and punter just don't get enough action to really be there. DeAndre Buchanan with his 2 returns might win Returner of the Year, but just being in the running is kind of impressive for where we're at and where we hope to be over the next couple of years, to be fair. We are still not getting a top 4 seed, by the way. I can understand Arizona. I can understand Ohio State. Bama, okay, they're in the SEC, but NC State, I just don't see it, maybe. I guess they're in the American Conference, and they're projected to come out of there, but I feel like if we win our conference championship, we should get a bye, to be fair. Recruiting, we probably have a shit ton of points. Yeah, 315. So Brian Draft off the board. Tyree Abram off the board. I don't think those guys have any deal breakers either, so it's not like I can just keep them on my board and hope for the best over the next couple weeks. I do think most of those guys are just full committed at this point. We're going to take a look at a couple more linebackers. He's okay. Okay. And because we've lost out on so many of the 4 stars recently, and because we've ultimately not been able to get some of those guys added to our team, as well as just get people in general, it does look like we are kind of lacking in the top classes. Not really seeing a whole ton in 3 stars right now. I don't know what is up with 3 stars, if I'm just picking the wrong dudes or if a lot of the gyms are already gone, but it definitely feels like we are not getting a ton of the guys. We'll look at the 6'5" guy. I know I've transferred some of those guys to backer and let them play for a year or 2 at backer and slowly increase their height. Quincy Duke we'll look at. I think we already looked at this guy, but we can add him back just in case. And we'll add Cutting as well. If any of them are already scouted, we'll go ahead and kick them back off. So we'll go ahead and look at a lot of these guys real quick. 88 speed, 91 acceleration, not bad. AJ Boss, 6'4". It would be a taller corner or a very tall Quincy Duke, though, by the way. 93 speed as a physical guy. Lee, I'm going to immediately cut off the board. And Terrence Cutting's pretty decent, too. I'm just going to send Terrence Cutting a scholarship and maybe like 10 points. If he wants to come here, he will. Quincy Duke, same thing. I think these guys are good enough to be able to come here. We can move their positions a little bit. Would be on the taller end for corners, but nothing too crazy where we're like getting unrealistic. Alec Boutte, I'm going to go ahead and take off. I think Leroy Mitchell only had 83 speed. Yeah, go ahead and kick him off the board. 88 speed, 88 speed, 88 speed. So they're all virtually the same. Chad Schumer's probably a better pass coverage guy right off the rip. Also better tackler, not a better pursuer. But I think I'm going to leave most of them on the board for now. I do want to send Larry Thomas like 25 points. And we'll go ahead and send Chad Schumer 10 points as well. Just try to get some of these guys on the board and ready to go. So when we do hit the offseason, we can start, acquiring some of their talents. Gonna grab a couple more athletes, see what they're all about. Paul O'Brien. You had me going 92 throw power, 90 acceleration, and then 78 speed popped up. No, thank you. Because I will take some of the taller quarterbacks as well, or just some of the faster guys. Steven Peterson's pretty good. 6'2", 266. I know we have a plethora of edge rushers currently at the moment, but never bad to look at some of these guys. Go ahead and take him back off the board. Looking so far so good. I'm going to go ahead and take this guy off. With the other athlete corners that we're going after, it just makes no sense to keep them on the board currently in this part of the recruiting process. So we'll drop back down to about 31 guys currently at the moment. We'll have to look at positions and see what exactly else we need and what we really need to be going after in the offseason. We do need to leave a couple spots open for transfers as well. I do plan on hitting the transfers hard too, because I know we've had some decent success there. But overall, looking not too shabby. Now let's go take on South Bama in the SBC Championship. I will say, we just need to come out and play our game. If we can play our game, if we can, hit them for big plays on offense and then grind out the football, really force them to decide who they want to try to stop. If they want to stop the run game, that's fine. If they want to stop the pass game, that's fine. We'll do whatever we have to go beat the fuck out of them. And then defense just needs to play with their ears pinned back and just go after the fucking quarterback. We've proven that we can stop the run. I don't think a whole ton of teams are going to try to run the ball on us. I think we're going to see a lot more play action and passing, as well as we'll see hurry up and RPOs and shit. But we just got to go out there and win our game. We just got to go do what we do best, and we should be able to come away with an easy victory at this point. South Bama doesn't really scare me all that much, but then again, if they don't scare you, it may not turn out great for you. I'm going to go slants flat here to start the game. We normally go with the curls, but I'm going to go slants flat here. 1st and 10 at the 25. They immediately go zone. We're going to dump it off to Browning underneath. He gets 5, surprisingly. Thought that was going to be more like 2 or 3. Getting 5 there is a godsend. 2nd and 5 now. They're going to go to a dime package, so we need to be able to run on this. Dalton Ludwig will get 4. It says 5, but it's 4. Hasn't had the greatest second half of the season, especially running the football. He's still an excellent pass catcher, but just running the football has not been his strong suit so far in this second half. Going to pick up the first down with Frederick Foss, a guy that eclipsed 1,000 yards, only on 157 carries, 10 touchdowns. He's had a good season. Going to go with this mid-high-low that we normally like going to. Spencer Dozier one-on-one. He's going to come down with the football deep down the field. He's going to continue to add to his season, 45 catches, 1,000 yards. 1st and 10 at the 14. Going to drop back to pass. David open again. If we can get the ball to him, it's going to be an easy touchdown. Him and Cam Gainwell are just like, if they're in and if they get open, they're easy. If they get in, they're fucking easy targets to hit. So, ultimately getting it done there, though. So they apparently have a pretty good left tackle and a pretty good corner. Didn't feel that on the first drive, but we'll see their left tackle. Elijah Lacey's going to have the matchup then. So, he's going to need to come out and play pretty good again here today. Trey Quintoriano there, able to come up with the stop. Like I said, I don't want to go to dime anymore, or at least not as much. It seems like we get gashed when we go to dime. I'm going to try to stay out of it as much as possible. They're going to run this little bubble here. Cover up the wide receiver. Callaway takes a bad angle. Probably would have had a tackle for a loss if he didn't. Unfortunately enough, we are going to have to live with the results that are there. We're going to bring Trey down in. He's going to try to make some moves. Callaway trying to get home, and he does. The overload blitz works, and Callaway going to get a free and easy sack there. Nobody decides to block for DeAndre Buchanan, so we will have a first down at the 44-yard line. If we would have gotten even a little bit of blocking, I feel like we could have gotten it into South Bama territory. Deion Browning open underneath again. He's going to have a big catch and run, a stiff arm, and he'll get up to the 33-yard line. A guy that has kind of been quiet the last couple games, if I remember correctly. Most of the targets going towards Spencer Dozier and Jordan Woolen at this point. Morris Moffett's going to scramble away from the D-tackle. Deion Browning's going to have a block. Morris Moffett, one-on-one, spins down to the 1. 31 yards there for Morris Moffett, getting it done. We're going to have an easy, probably walk-in touchdown. Just got to finish out the drive. Fuck you, Bryce Baker. I don't want to fucking let you have it. Forgot that you're the fucking power back. I don't want to give you just a free touchdown just because you're the power back at this point. Spencer Dozier goes up and gets it! Oh my God, the goal line fade worked and he went up there and got it. Out of there. Morris Moffett at least will get credit for a touchdown as well. So even though it's not a rushing touchdown, still gets credit for something at least. 3 plays, 56 yards, and a minute off the clock. And we are already up 14-0 here early at home. We play better. It seems like we have played a little bit better at home too. Not going to put that all on playing at home. But it's definitely, it felt like help or kind of missing the tackle there. Paris having to clean it up. Going to send in another nickel blitz with Joseph Callaway. I'm going to try to scooch Renfro over and really force this line to work for it. They're going to throw an RPO out there to the receiver and Elijah McDowell and Tremaine Putassi. It'll come up with the tackle. Going to be bringing Bo Masco now in on the blitz, on this dime blitz. Going to move Stefan Green over into this other gap. Tried to get free, did get free. Felt like we were getting held there. No flag on the play, though. These refs are already starting to piss me off. I'm going to walk Alex Wooden down, and hopefully Trey Quintoriano is going to have a free rush here. Nope, they're going with like a jet sweep. Tried to get out of it, couldn't quite get there. Wooden or somebody's going to have to make a play down the sideline. Christian Ellis finally does at the 34. It's always these fucking weird digit fucking receivers that make plays against us. It's never a dude, besides like last week with that Tucker dude on App State, besides him, it just has felt like all these weird digit guys have just been kind of cooking us for the most part. Covering underneath, trying to cover these drags. The quarterback's going to scramble, can't quite get it done, and then slides down like a little bitch. Take a fucking hit, weirdo. Gio Lopez will slide down. Christian Ellis going to be brought down in the box. We're going to put guys just in the fucking middle of the field. And just Joseph Callaway. That's what I'm talking about. One game he's going to be fucking insane, or even one half or one quarter he's going to be insane. Knocking balls away on the dives, intercepting shit that he shouldn't be intercepting. And then one drive he's going to fucking look like prime fucking Eli Apple. So, unfortunately enough, we get Eli Apple on that drive. Going to have the ball at the 25-yard line once again. Going to go PA dagger here. I do want to see if Jordan Woolen could set up a comeback here. If he could set up a comeback, he might be one of my main options here. They run zone, though. It's going to be hard to hit that. We're just going to dump it off to Elijah Walton. I think still the career-leading receiving record guy in terms of just overall careers, but has been like a 4-year starter for us at this point. Morris Moffett's going to have to deliver a great ball, and he does. Elijah Walton on that corner route really opens things up all the way up to the 40. So after a good scoring drive from South Bama, we're coming back and we're putting in the work on them. Dalton Ludwig only 4 yards there. I tried to get a little cute with it and try to pretend I was going to bounce inside and bounce out to kind of make that linebacker slow his roll a little bit. Unfortunately, the linebacker got enough of Ludwig to slow him down. Deion Browning there with another reception. Like I said, somebody who's been a little bit on the quieter side. I don't know if his matchups just haven't been as favorable, hasn't been getting open. I don't know if we're just not looking that direction too. But it definitely has felt like he's been relatively quiet over the last couple games. Somebody that has kind of taken the reins as a leader inside the locker room. Spencer Dozier, but A.J. Powell gets beat on his rush. And William Felton IV will end up getting the sack. Don't know how many times you can name a kid, your kid, a junior, a third, and a fourth before you finally give up that tradition. I don't know. Maybe they have a really good tradition for a good reason, right? Maybe they're all great dudes. Maybe they just want to keep the tradition alive. I don't know. I don't really like juniors and, the thirds and the fourths. I'm like, at some point, one of you fuckers wasn't a good person. Why are you still naming them after that? Morris Moffett's going to scramble after scrambling out of the pocket. He's going to make one man miss and down to the 3. 48 yards on the day for him. That includes a sack, too. So, unfortunately, not going to have all of his yards there, but will still be positive on the yards. Dozier diving catch! Spencer Dozier, what a fucking throw. What a catch. Wasn't the greatest throw. Dozier really had to work for that one, but got it done either way. And we will go up 21-7 here early inside the second quarter. Offense kind of having a good time. Just need the defense to show back up again. Just a couple bad plays on that last drive for the defense. Ultimately gave up the score. Just need to go down and hit them in their mouth at this point. Paris able to make it down there, and he will stop him at the 14 alongside Tremaine Potassi. Like I said, I need Elijah Lacey to really step up today. I understand he's going against a very good very good D tackle. But if he can step up today in a big way. Renfro there, though, with a sack. He'll be the first D lineman to claim one, at least. Callaway already with his. 2nd and 14 now. Going to hop on Trey again. I'm going to try to leave Lacey in one-on-ones as well as Stefan Green. Try to keep those guys alive. And there's Lacey. Continuing his career year off. Like I said, hoping to get drafted. His numbers would indicate probably going top of the second at least. If not late first, somebody would probably be willing to take a chance on the probably 23-year-old edge rusher who's coming off of a very good season. But then again, low competition as well. But then again, you can say the same thing about Mike Green in this year's upcoming draft. Kind of similar profiles. So, I mean, you can say all you want, but it still doesn't defeat the sack part of the thing that, you know, he is getting sacks. He is bringing the quarterback down, and that's something you want to look for, you know, because, you know, you can force all the pressure you want, but if you can't also bring them down at some point, that's also a telling tale. Ludwig just can't really get a whole ton going. A lot of guys over in that area just was getting a little too cute with it. Going to go shock H option here. Deion Browning, a very good option on this. Spencer Dozier getting pressed here. No safety help. Dozier, I'm going to give it to him. And are you fucking kidding me? Dude, and that's another thing with Dozier so far in his young career is that he has an insane amount of drops for his 1 year. Browning and Woolen only have like a couple more than him, and they've been playing for a year longer. So that will add to his drops already. Deion Browning going to pick up a block, and Morris Monfette will go down inside the 10. Almost 60 rushing yards for him today. No touchdowns on the ground, but a couple passing touchdowns at this point. Going to drop back to pass. Walton wide open. Looks like, man, they just weren't aligned properly. So it's just going to be an easy pitch and catch. 4 catches, 52 yards for the old man at tight end. Like I said, a 4-year starter at this point. Done pretty well. Going to be in the record books for at least another season, unless Spencer Dozier goes absolutely apeshit in the playoffs and in next year. Because I know Elijah Walton's sitting at, I think, about 2,000 yards, something like that. So, or just a little over 2,000 yards with his 4 seasons. So, we'll see. We can definitely look at records maybe in another video. I know this video is already going to be running along with some of the stuff I was explaining earlier on. I'm going to cover this crossing route. They're going to dump back off to that tight end. He's going to get 9 yards there. The slow-ass tight end, who I would assume in the base roster is probably a long snapper. But since he stayed so long at the school, he is now their starting tight end. The quarterback just fucking hit-sticked Elijah McDowell. Just fucking trucked Elijah McDowell. And then got stripped. You fucking bum. Like, you did all that work just to get fucking stripped after the fact. Like, that's fucking hilarious. And I'm getting distracted while I'm trying to play my game now. I'm going to go back to shock H option here. Going to go Deion Browning to the left side here. Can look underneath to Walton and Ludwig if we have to. Ludwig open. Oh my god, that was such a horrible decision. Wright getting there. Weeks finishing it off. I think that's the first pick in probably 2 games or so that Morris Monfette has thrown. So 1st and 10 now. Defense will have to hop back out onto the field after getting a stop. Trey Quintoriano, I ended up bringing in on a blitz because I thought for sure, thought it was a fucking inside zone. I was like, I've read this all the way. This is going to be an easy tackle for loss. It's going to be 2nd and 13. No, I fucking got debated on a play action. 1st and 10 now. And now they run inside zone. What the fuck is this backwards ass shit? Running play action on your first play back on the field and then fucking hitting inside zone on your second. That's insane. Gonna run a little counter misdirect looking thing. Draw? I don't know. 3rd and 7 though. At the 48. Gonna motion the D-line over. Like I said, try to give one-on-ones to Lacey on this left tackle. Just try to keep everything in front of us. Trey Quintoriano getting home. Only allowing a 3-yard rush. The D-line will help finish it off. And we will have 4th and 4 at our own 45. This ball should get pinned pretty easily, if not touchback. It's going to get pinned pretty easily, it looks like. The 1st and 10 at the 10. Now we just need to have another good drive, it seems like. Going to drop back on play action, trying to find something. I can't see anything, and he's not going to get rid of the football. I literally said get rid of the fucking football, and he just didn't. He just held on. He was already in the motion of throwing the football. Just let go. Worst case scenario is a fumble. I'd much rather have a fumble and a touchdown to them than a fucking safety, because now they have 2 points, and they're getting the ball back with momentum. Going to go thunder smoke here. They're on an inside zone. Nobody gets home right away. I know they were blocking 7, but we sent 8. No, we sent 7. Somebody should be able to find a free run there, I feel like. Gonna bring Wooden down onto the line. Mug this up immediately. Play action, and Lacey's going to get a free sack. Trey's going to finish it off. So Lacey with a free sack there. The tackle decided to take Wooden. Lacey went inside to stop the run. Ultimately was able to bail out and get that sack as well. There's a deep ball. Jaleel's going to have to come up with it, and he does. That's his 3rd pick in 2 games. Jaleel playing the ball really well, going back to his receiver days, able to go get it. So we have a 1st and 10 at the 2-minute warning. Trying to find something to do. Scrambling again with Morris. Moving back inside, getting some yards there. Going to hurry back to the line. Here we go now. We go inside zone with Foss here. 7 on 7. Everybody go win their rep. Go block somebody. Foss downhill. Multiple guys having to step up, make the tackle there. Play clock will stop at 41 for a little bit until the ball is set. 1st and 10, looking towards this out route from Browning. He has it, and he's going to hold on to the football there. Up to the 46 and out of bounds he goes. Morris Moffett having a pretty decent day throwing the football besides that pick. But the pick was just a clerical error, I feel like. Well, not just I don't know. It was fucking stupid. It was a bad throw. The guy was kind of just roaming. He was playing man on somebody and then dropped out and decided to run straight at Dalton Ludwig. It was weird. 2nd and 10 here underneath to Deion Browning. He'll have 7. We'll hurry back to the line. 5 for 55 on the day for him. 3rd and 3. Going to hit him with a play action. Scrambling out, trying to find something. Walton open. Just throw it to him. Have him pick up the 1st. He does. 1st and 10 at the 31. We'll immediately go back to the line. The clock will start now. Dropping back, trying to find something. Jordan Woolen on that sideline. If he can hold on, he does. Out at the 20 now. We're going to go bunch trail to this left side. Deion Browning on this corner should have something available to him. If he gets one-on-one, I'm throwing it to him because he does have that 50-50. But he's just going to burn his man anyway, and he's going to come down with it. What a throw, and what an even better catch. Deion Browning having to out-muscle his corner there. The safety over to help in time, but not quite get the ball free from my main man, Deion Browning. With the score, 35-9 here, with just under a minute to play inside the first half. 1st and 10. They're going to go mainly passing here, so defense really has a chance to go do something here. They're going to take a deep shot again. Christian Ellis this time with it. The ball is going to fall incomplete. Both guys not really getting a good jump on the football there. Make sure we're playing over the top here. Spread the D-line. Don't let that center really help out all that much. Going to cover this. And McDowell trying to come down and make a play. Couldn't quite hold on to it there. Able to get the pass break up at least, though. Going to motion this D-line over. Try to get some one-on-ones winning out here. And we're going to have a chance to get the football back with just about 30 seconds left. We do have, no, with about 20 seconds left. We did call a timeout. We have 2 remaining still. I was hoping Jaquari Brown would have a better block there. Unfortunately, he did not. We're going to go Y cross flood. I'm just going to have Deion Browning run a deep fucking corner. Like, I mean, just take this as a streak, and then once you get past Woolen, break it. Deion Browning No, the corner made a really nice play there. Was able to get back inside, get back on that play, get back into the play. 2nd and 10 now, 14 seconds now remaining. Deion Browning again, knocked away by the same corner. 10 seconds now. So it looks like they are trying to guard him up now. Looks like they don't want him to win any more reps. They hit a corner with Ludwig. And send him out though. Looks like man off rip. Is it though? Ludwig with a good catch on the sideline, and that should put us in territory to kick a field goal. Connor Mechie will come out for the first time in quite a while, if I do say so myself. Just got to knock it through at this point. And it's up, and it should be good, and it is right down Broadway. We will take an even bigger lead going into half. We do still have to kick it off, just to try to make sure they don't try anything. We'll go ahead and kick it to their tight end. Paris coming down. I said strip the fucking ball, bitch. We'll end up coming up with the tackle, and we will take a 38-9 lead going into half. Up 29. Elijah Walton, 5 catches, a touchdown, and 60 yards. The senior having himself a pretty good day. Deion Browning also having a pretty decent day as well. Just got to keep it up and keep it moving at this point. We'll probably see the backups by the 4th quarter if the scoring continues and if the defense continues to make plays as they have throughout this game. Like, don't get me wrong, South Bama definitely seems to have some talent in some places, and I think they do have a good chunk of talent. Like, I really do mean that. It feels like they are playing pretty well. It's just our guys just seem to want it more. There's the ultimate coach fucking speech, isn't it? Well, they just wanted it more. Like, no, bro, they were just fucking talented. They got 3 dudes going fucking D1 next year. Whereas our quarterback's 5'8", 180 pounds. Like, I don't think it was a want. I think it was a fucking skill issue there, bud. Like, I got 2 sacks and a fumble recovery. I don't think it was a fucking want issue. I'm pretty sure it was just a fucking skill. They had a dude that was 6'6" and 285 pounds playing fucking left tackle. Like, I'm pretty sure it wasn't a want issue. Their quarterback taking off and scrambling again will slide down again this time. I understand why he wants to slide now after losing a fumble earlier in the game. Not my fault you can't hold on to the ball, though. You're still a little bitch. 2nd and 5 now. You know, with a read option, Trey's going to have to get out there, make the play. Rapogel ended up coming up and making the play as well. We're going to go mid-blitz 0 on 3rd and 3. I like on these short yardage things to really send a message, force them to come make a play. Going to try to get home. Lacey there, but can't come up with the sack. So our edge rusher, who's known for getting sacks, can't come up with one when we need him to most on 3rd and 3. Not great. Not a great look. 1st and 10. They're going to go to the air here. Going to cover against these crossers, or try to. They're going to hit underneath for 8. Going to send both the outside backers here. Paris now in. Trey isn't feeling the best apparently, or winded at least. Trying to get home. The quarterback running a read option, and Paris is able to get there. We'll work through a block, and it ends up working out for him. Going to put Lloyd Wooden in a spy. He's going to be our user then. Going to walk down McDowell and Joseph Callaway. Like I said, one game he looks bad, one game he looks great. It stays the bad game. And unfortunately, he gets burnt for both the big plays. And they will have 16 points now on the board. Still in a position where we could start putting backups in right now, but I'm going to leave some of the starters in there, let them get their stats. Going to go curl combo here. And just look for these quick hitters. They drop in a zone, so curls are kind of all taken away. Especially when you can just like kind of sit there and the routes aren't going to develop any more than what they already have. Going to go to the run game here. Try to get this run game started in the second half, as I do want to try to salt away some of this clock. Frederick Foss not able to come up with a good run there. Only 3 for 19 on the day so far today. And 3rd and 9, going to go to the air here looking. Walton open underneath, just going to take the first down, get some run, and get up to the 41. Looking pretty good. so far today is Elijah Walton, 6 for 74. Normally gets 3 for 36. Going to run this power O to this left side, and we don't have anything going. We'll go back to the air here on a slip screen. As long as they don't get through and push back immediately, should be able to get this ball out. Ludwig will get the ball at least. Spin back inside, and he will have a big gain all the way up to the 37 goes Dalton Ludwig. 2 big receptions from him now. I think he has 3 or 4 receptions on the day, but 2 or 3 big ones at this point. Jordan Woolen, by the way, just fucking burnt these dudes. I don't know if they were supposed to be playing zone and if they were playing underneath, but just wide open. Just doesn't get pressed off the line, gets a free release, able to get downfield and get the job done. Back up on top, even more now. Going to bring McDowell down, and he's going to blitz actually on this play. Trying to get home. Oh my God, he was right there. I ran past him. I thought he was going to try to step up if he saw McDowell coming. I was like, oh, he's going to see McDowell coming. He's going to try to step up. We're going to just smack him, right? Nope, not at all. Didn't step up. Just stone face, cold killer. Stood right where he was going to stay and just threw a dart across the middle. 3rd and 1 now. Going to hop on Trey. They're going to run inside zone here, and Wooden not stepping up fast enough. I need you to come downhill. As soon as you see the quarterback pull away and he's not dropping to throw the football, you need to be coming. I need to be coming too, but for a different reason. 2nd and 12 now after a sack from Stephylan Green got half that sack. Really? You're going to give half that sack to Stephylan Green? I don't think he was anywhere near that fucking play, let alone touch the quarterback. Lloyd Wooden can't get over to take down the running back, and then it just doesn't latch on to him, which is always fun. 1st and 10 now. Going to send some extra pressure with Trey here. Trying to force some pressure. I don't know who that is. That's Butassi. He's going to come off of his assignment. Force him down. At least. 2nd and 4 now. Just got to play smart here. Got to play efficiently. Don't do anything too stupid. It is the little bubble screen. I saw the tight end take 3 steps out, so I thought he was just doing a little curl or something, so I sat underneath of it. Was just a little bubble screen. 323 yards for us through the air, 81 passing. Time of possession, they've actually had the ball a little bit more than us, but we've just been able to score so fast as well. 3rd and 6, going to watch this inside zone, just going to kind of cheat, drop, cover the tight end. Nobody's covering the running back, and he will have a 1st down. Good job, guys. We fucking covered everything else, and you guys had one person on your side of the field, and you guys decided, nah, we're good. Which is always lovely. I'm gonna send a corner blitz here. Fuck it. Let's do something. Let's add some spice to this. I don't know where Christian Ellis is going, but he has played absolutely dog shit this second half. I know we've talked about some of the players having a disappointing second half, but he's played actual dog shit. I don't remember the last time he's made a play in coverage. I really do not remember. He has not made a play in coverage in what feels like a month now. But it is what it is, I guess. Not everybody's going to be a superstar. Just wish he would be better, as he is probably going to the draft, hopefully this offseason. He's going to be representing the team. He's going to be representing the program. So I wish he would show up just a little bit more, especially as we're getting closer to the playoffs. Only about a week away now at this point. 3rd and 6 now, down to the 12. Going to hop into some cover 3 again. I really need this D-line to kind of do something at this point. Need somebody to step up and try something. Somebody needs to go win a fucking rep, please. Tremaine knocks it away at least. Receiver can't hold on. They're going to go for it, though, in 4th and 6 here in the 4th quarter. Going to send some pressure. Going to bring Ellis down. McDowell coming down, making the play on the tight end, and that will bring up a turnover on downs. And we will get off the field without giving up any points. And go outside zone here with Foss. Going to slow this game down, salt some of this clock away, and really get out of here. I think that's probably one of the better options now for us. Just kind of salt away as much of this clock as possible. Still try to go out and, of course, put up points. Still go out and try to prove that our offense is good. But ultimately, just try to get out of here at this point. No point in trying to showboat. Going to get guys hurt doing that. And go halfback slam here again. Well, actually, for the first time today, I feel. 3rd and 4. And no pickup there, unfortunately enough. I'm going to run the fucking football. I could not give a fuck less. We're going to run the football. We're going to go pick this up right here, right now. And we're going to be done with this drive. 4th and 2 at the 20. I care less. Defense will have to come out and make a play. If anything, Foss, though, big run there. Up to the 35 he goes. We'll get it done for us. Going to go 26 duo off to this right. The double teams all over the place, up to backers. And Nagy is going the wrong way. Love when that happens. Love when that happens. Absolutely phenomenal. Let's run this power O to this left side. 2nd and 12 now. Like I said, trying to salt some of this clock away. Stay in bounds, though. Foss gets another pretty decent gain there. Up to the 47 he goes. We go RPO peak slant. If Walton is open, just hit him. If not, don't worry about it. He's open, just hit him. Get some yardage there. Get him another catch as well. Gets us 7 now. So fake it to the right, give off to the left. And just Ethan Williams got blown up. That's not fun for me at all. You go inside zone split here on a 3rd and 2. Downhill, Foss just runs right by a backer. Up to the 34 he goes. So it's still just kind of finishing out this game. I thought it was a different play I was calling. I'm going to change out of it. Just hit this play action real quick. Dump off to Walton again. Stay in bounds. Turn up field, get 7 there at least. Keep the drive alive. Hand off on 2nd and 3. Going to turn it upfield, get the first. I'm going to go end around here just because I feel like it and I want Woolen to get involved. Hasn't had really much of a productive day. Woolen going to get the carry. Going to get some yardage here and get down inside the 6. I'm going to call a timeout here just because I fucking feel like it. Going to go PA and around shift. Foss could leak out pretty easily. And that is my main option here at this point. Woolen, though, open. No. Ball goes nowhere. All right, one more play for us, and then we'll probably get out of here. Going to go halfback stretch. We're going to go back towards this left side. Just a little weaker. I think our blocker should be able to come up strong. Foss in for a touchdown. He'll finish off the game with a rushing touchdown and get it done. We will win the game 52-16. Ultimately getting it done, getting the job done, winning our first Sun Belt championship, moving on to a different conference probably next year as we have outgrown our opponents, it feels like, and ultimately punching our ticket to the college football playoffs here today on the back of Morris Moffett, Frederick Foss, Elijah Walton, some of these 2nd, 3rd, 4th year starters at this point, getting the job done. So yeah, we are Sun Belt champions, brought to you by Hercules Tires. And we will move on now from the conference championship. And we will head to the college football playoffs, hopefully. Hopefully they don't snub us for some fucking reason. I wouldn't be surprised if they did, just for shits and giggles. But we should make it undefeated. Sun Belt Conference Championships. Beat one of your top teams. Feel like we should be in that running and should be in that situation. CFP bracket now at this point. And we will be taking on Michigan. East Carolina still somehow makes it, sitting at fucking 11-2, by the way. Ohio State falls to 5. Bama stays in at 4. Clemson moves up to 1. So a 10-3 team. A 10-3 team is number 1 because they won the ACC. Are you fucking kidding me? Oregon wins the fucking Big Ten and makes it to 2 at 10-3. Arizona wins wherever the fuck they're at. the Big 12 at this point, and at 12-1 and wins it. Like, and then I'm down here at 13-0 with my conference championship. Whatever. East Carolina's still in it, even though losing 2 games at this point. And we will sim to the next week, and we will see if anything for some reason would change. I highly doubt it. Wigman, the tight end, signs with us. So somebody decides that with the conference championship and making the playoffs that they want to come here. Our offensive coordinator wins that award, the Broyles Award. Dylan Lonergan wins Heisman. Elijah Lacey wins Best Defense Player with, I think, 18 sacks on the season. Wins Best Defensive End. Joseph Callaway wins Best Defensive Back with 9 picks, 1 touchdown, 36 tackles from the slot. DeAndre Buchanan wins Best Returner of the Year with 2 touchdowns. Alex Wooden wins Best Linebacker of the Year with 76 total tackles, 18 for a loss, 3 sacks, a couple picks in there as well, and a couple touchdowns. Elijah Lacey will win the Lombardi Award with 34 tackles, 25 tackles for loss, and 18 sacks. And that will look to round it out for the... That will round it out for the awards anyway. Georgia Southern and Michigan are going to be playing. That's going to be us. We will have home field advantage. We do have job offers, but of course this is Georgia Southern Dynasty, brother. This isn't Dan, Michael, John, Smith, Wilkinson career sim. No, this is Georgia Southern Dynasty. Even if they fire us, we'll come back as a different coach. We'll put on a fake mustache, put on some glasses, and wear a wig and come back and be better. And the only head coaching gig is from Illinois, who is currently a 3-star in Champaign, Illinois. Did not know they were in Champaign. I thought they were somewhere completely else. I'm going to be honest. I did not know they were in Champaign. I'm going to be honest. But we will have Michigan to start off the college football playoffs. If you guys did enjoy this video or any of the videos here on my channel, would appreciate it if you guys do stick around and subscribe. I'll be back with more videos like this, but if you guys want to see some roster updates or anything else, I don't know exactly when this is coming out. I think I have 8 videos to fucking edit, by the way. So I'm going to have one hell of a fucking weekend. But if you guys see this before the draft, I do have a Madden 25 roster out. So go check that out. Link will be down below in one of the playlists. But with that being said, guys, I do appreciate the support you guys have shown on the videos, and I'm out. Peace.